Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I guess today is technically day 23. It's 1:47 or 1:48 in the morning. Yeah, I did DoorDash. I was talking about, I guess I could make this a new video. Yesterday I was talking about wanting to DoorDash. I went out later than I wanted to into the Sabbath, so kind of messed up. I am furloughed off of my work right now, so I just had to do what I had to do. Ask for forgiveness. I went and I wasn't gonna DoorDash, and then I changed my mind because I saw the payout that they had for Tinder. Kind of missed out on that as well. And it was just DoorDash was just being extra, like so extra tonight. Like I went to a couple places, and I went to Walmart to pick up an order. It was closed, and I drove 20 minutes to get to that Walmart. And that pissed me off. And they only gave me half of the amount of what I was supposed to get for the order. And I went to another place. It wasn't that far from where I had dropped off my last order, but they said they weren't accepting DoorDash people, DoorDash orders. So I wasted my time there, but I made some money, so it's whatever. But me and my parent got in an argument about chicken today, and it was so blown out of proportion. Like, it was just so blown out of proportion. And I was just expressing how I felt about her using my chicken to cook. I don't mind her using anything that I have, you feel me? I don't. Just certain things like I like to keep to myself, knowing that they like to cook pork a lot. They like to eat a lot of crab and shrimp and stuff like that. You feel me? And in general, like I just eat differently than my family does. From all the way down to the type of seasoning I put on my food, and sometimes I just want certain things to myself. And I just expressed that I was kind of salty about it because yesterday she cooked a whole bunch of food that is probably going to go to waste, and it was just for nothing, you feel me? And it really pissed me off. But I didn't come off like, I just was like, I was salty about it, you feel me? And she spazzed, like so much anger and so much hostility, yelling, screaming, calling me out of my name. And earlier she was angry about something, and she was expressing her anger like it's not no one should get that angry and upset. Like I wish I could show you guys how angry and volatile my mother gets. She said that she could kill someone. She was so angry at a situation that happened earlier. And this is not like a uncommon thing, you feel me? Like my mom gets upset easily and is very strong with her emotions, you feel me? Like very strong, and it's very toxic. And being here, I sat back and started to realize, really see the type of behavior she has, and can be very, she definitely has some narcissistic traits. And when we had this whole conversation, it was really a conversation because she was yelling and screaming and being belligerent. And then we went into the house. We were in the car before we went into the house, and I was trying to talk to my stepdad, and she was just screaming and yelling all over me, and just, it was a mess. It was a mess. And I was like, and I wonder why this household is out of order. Like, there is no order as far as anything. I mean, it's just very toxic environment. And recognizing her behaviors, it kind of makes me realize why I attract the type of man that I do. I wouldn't say it's because my father, because I really never had a relationship with my real dad, you feel me? But it really makes me realize why I attract the type of man that I do. Also, it makes me, well, my mom is very like strong-willed, very dominant type of person. She's not the submissive lady, prissy type of woman. You definitely, like, if she was gay, she would be the man in the relationship. But also, she displays very toxic reactions, toxic just vibrations at time, and you feel it throughout the house, and you see it through just how everything flows, as far even to how my brother is being raised. You know what I'm saying? Which is very sad. It's very frustrating. It's very, very triggering. It takes me back to being a child, which was not always the best feelings. I feel bad for my brother. You know what I'm saying? I really do. He have a long time, and I just pray that this toxic and this negative energy does not affect him in a bad way. And he's a boy, so I don't know how he will act out. Girls and boys act out differently. Their emotions are displayed differently, and I just pray that he doesn't turn into like just a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I'll have a man that'll be a good influence on him. But it was just really tragic. It was very toxic the way she reacted. I was just expressing how I felt. I didn't ask her to pay me back for anything. I was just, trying to let her know like I was sorry, because I don't eat how y'all eat. And it just blew out of proportion, and the type of anger that could kill somebody. You know what I mean? Like that type of anger. And I'll make sure to post some Bible scriptures in here about anger and controlling your words and the things you say, because I was reading something the other day, like if you can't control your words and the things you say to people, then you won't have control over anything in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that was a really triggering moment for me, that I really wanted to smoke a blunt after that whole rigmarole. Having a person that don't want to listen to what you say, and it's all about them and them being right, and it's all about them just being right even when they're not, and them talking over you and screaming over you and not being able to express how you feel because they're so angry because you feel or want to say something. Very toxic behavior, you know what I'm saying? And it's not surprising why I attract some of the people that I do in my life, because of my parenting. That's just what it is. I attract people that have narcissistic traits. I attract people that reject me and abandon me, you feel me? Because I've experienced that from parents. And I love my mom. She did the best she could do. just seeing that behavior reminds me of the woman that I don't ever want to become. You know, it reminds me of why I cannot, let my addictions overtake me, whether that's addiction to a certain type of behavior, whether that's addiction to some type of substance. Yeah, but that was a very, very triggering moment. A very triggering moment to have somebody call you out of your name just because you express how you felt. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like on a petty thing, like I'm asking you to replace it or anything. It's just like I was just expressing how I felt. I was sorry, like, you ate this and I was sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to be able to go into the kitchen and cook myself something that I know that you guys, I know that they wouldn't eat. I don't mind cooking for my family because I have, and I just don't mind. It's like, but I just don't eat like y'all. That's the only thing I was trying to express, and it just got so violent and it got so harsh for no reason. Sorry guys, my nose ring kind of slipped out here. It just got so harsh and so violent for no reason, like not physically, but verbally. Have you ever just had a confrontation with someone where they're just like screaming over you? You can't talk, you can't express how you feel. They think they're right and you're wrong. And have you had someone lie on you? That is what happened. You know what I'm saying? And have someone lie on you right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? It really fucked up. Really fucked up. And I really just feel bad for my brother. Like, he got to deal with this he's 10 now, at least 8 more years. And the toxicity and the disorder shows in his behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I try to help as much as I can, and I let him know, like, you're gonna be a disrespectful type of person. How am I gonna be able to allow you in front of my children? I won't. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope this toxic behavior that he sees within his parents does not rub off on him. I pray that. I really do. I mean, I can't say that it won't, because definitely some of the toxic behaviors that my parents have displayed have rubbed off on me, and I'm trying to get out of those ways. And I really strive. My parents did the best they can, but I really strive not to be like them at all, in every single way. There's some great things that I've learned from both of my parents, from my stepdad, from my real dad, from my mom. But I really don't want to be like them, and I don't want to be, I just can't raise my children the same way they raised me, and I just feel like some people aren't fit to be parents. I'm happy I'm here. Without my parents, I wouldn't be here in front of this camera doing this. You know what I'm saying? Just some people are not fit to be parents. That's just what it is. They did the best they could, and I appreciate it. But just some people are not fit to be parents. And I kind of feel bad for saying that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not saying that parents, my mom didn't do the best she could to raise me and to continue to raise my brother. But it's just sad to see. It's just sad to see that everybody is just not fit to be a parent. And that's the truth. Whether it's a moment in your life where you're not fit, or just in general, you're not fit to be a parent. It is what it is. And, I let my brother know, like, that type of behavior, that type of anger, it is not normal. You have a female coming into your life, and they're yelling and screaming and bitching and nagging and screaming to the top of their lungs and won't let you get your point across, won't let you speak, and it's always you, and they always right, and yada yada yada. That person does not belong in your life. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, you leave that woman. You don't put up with that type of behavior. If a woman can't respect you, you don't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Like, it was a mess. I didn't get out of control, but I try to express myself. Like, I don't like when people try to shut me down from expressing how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm entitled to my emotions. I'm entitled to my feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was having a discussion on Facebook with this random girl talking about different camps, Hebrew camps and things like that, and I just expressed an opinion about how I felt about a camp, and she got so, like, how you can just feel hostility through a message. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, if I can, I'll add some screenshots of how this woman was reacting, but she was just like, it is what it is. You're wrong, I'm right type of mentality. Like, girl, I just expressed how I feel. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying I'm right and nothing like that, but I'm entitled to my opinions. I'm entitled to my own emotions. And I don't need you to validate my emotions and my opinions, but I'm not about to let nobody shut me up. And I'm not about to, like, take away from the lesson that can be learned here. Like, you're entitled to your opinion and your emotions, and we both should be able to respect that without it being something so violent. And I don't necessarily mean like violent as in physical, but violent as in emotional, mental, verbal. You know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't have to be hostile. I can sit back. I may be upset with somebody, but I can speak to you, tell you how I feel without, cussing you out or yelling at you and screaming at you and talking over you. That's very toxic behavior, and it's just a reminder of what I don't want to be, and how I need to always have self-control over my addictions, over my emotions, you feel me, over my words, because not having control over that, over those things, can make you into a toxic person that nobody wants to be around. And my mother would question, like, why nobody wants to come around and da 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 da. And when I was out by myself, living by myself, both times, like, this is why. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think she understands that. Like, your behavior is very, very toxic, very, very controlling, very overbearing, very just nagging and complaining, and just nobody wants to be around that all day, but like I said, that was very triggering for me. So it was already nightfall. It was the Sabbath, but I needed to get out the house. Like I said, that type of anger can get somebody killed. That's how angry she was, and I needed to leave, because that's very, like, seriously, it could hurt. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off like that, but my phone was ringing. But yeah, very toxic. Very toxic. Very, very toxic behavior for everyone that is in the household. Just with my mother's behavior alone. That's not including my stepfather. That's not including my brother's behavior. But it just affects everyone. I definitely can't stay here any longer. I mean, I can, but technically she already kicked me out. So I don't know what she's gonna say tomorrow, but staying here long term is not gonna work. It's not. It's just not. So I really have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I pray that this wholesaling, this real estate really works out for me, because it's important that it works out for me, because I really want my time back. I want to continue to work part-time at the music store, but I definitely want to be able to have my time when I want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I really want this to work out for me. Another reason why I want this to work out for me, the wholesaling, is because, I want some financial freedom to do the things that I love and do the things that I'm interested in, and be creative, and pay my bills as well, you know what I'm saying, and support myself, of course. I don't mind giving, I don't mind sharing, but some things, I want to myself. And if there was something that I felt like should be to myself and I'm not okay with that, I'm going to express it. But I don't expect a person just to spaz. Like, I wish you guys could see how far and how bad it got from my mother's reaction alone. I'm gonna say it again, very, very muy toxic. And this is really day-to-day basis type of thing, very emotional, and not necessarily the good emotions, very emotional as in very sad, very angry, very impatient, very just the emotions that you don't want to see from a person on a regular basis. But yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. I definitely, excuse me guys, I definitely wanted to smoke. I definitely want a shot of tequila right now, because girl, boy, it's too much. And I don't really want a shot of tequila now, but I could definitely use one, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna keep going with my challenge, you know what I'm saying? And because I need to prove to myself every day that I have self-control over everything. I have self-control over my body. I have self-control over my words. I got self-control over what I put in my body, what I consume, what I do, what I say. I have self-control. And that situation that happened earlier with my mom, it shows me what having a lack of self-control will do to you. It'll make you into a toxic person that nobody wants to be around, that nobody will respect. You know what I'm saying? Just period. That's just what it is. But anyway, it's day 23, 22, 23. It's all flying by. This 30 days is going by quick. I mean, I guess you could call it day 12 or day 12 if, you count me drinking wine on Passover. But like I said before, drinking is not my problem, and I don't plan for it to be. Do I plan to have a drink when this challenge is up? Yes. Immediately after the first 30 days? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But that's where I'm at right now. Like, that was very triggering. It was very, very just toxic as fuck. Toxic. And I don't see it's just not normal. That type of behavior is not normal. And a lot of reparenting yourself, myself, at least for me, a lot of reparenting myself. And it just reminds me, it takes me back to those old feelings when I was a child and used to see that shit. Very hurtful, very shameful, very embarrassing, very, wanting just to run the fuck away. And I feel like that stems into addiction, to my addiction at least. But that's basically it, guys. I don't want to ramble. I always ramble. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this inspires people to become sober. If this is your first day, your first hour, it's cool. You got this. We got this. You can join right now. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you. You can do it. Okay? Don't accept toxic behavior from people. Don't let nobody mistreat you. And, know the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like, no matter who it is, no matter if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your friend, your brother, your cousin, you feel me? Don't accept no toxic behavior from nobody, and don't be scared to point toxic behavior out and call it out and let them know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't settle for the bullshit. Don't settle for somebody just because they whoever, you know what I'm saying? Just because they look good, or they your, family, they your blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be around nobody that is toxic as hell. Period. You don't. And, yes, you trying to get sober, and I know it may be triggering for you to want to smoke or want to drink or want to pop a pill or whatever the case may be. But especially if you had toxic people in your life, but you know what? You can do it. You can overcome that addiction, and you and I both have self-control to do anything through Hamashiach, Christ, that strengthens us. And period. Like, we don't have to take abuse from ourselves. We can do this. We can do this. Okay? And I pray that this helps somebody, this motivates somebody to get sober, even if you're not about to get sober today or tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Maybe in the future it'll inspire you to want to be a better person and gain that self-control of your life. Whether your addiction is with smoking weed or with alcohol or whatever the case may be, like, you can overcome it, and I believe in you. And I hope you guys believe in me and support me. If you don't, that's fine, because I can't depend on nobody to support me. But I appreciate the support anyway. I appreciate it a lot. Whoever watches, whoever tunes in, whoever subscribed to my channel, I appreciate the support. And leave your feedback, comment down below. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to email me if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that at purerawmana@gmail.com. So I'll leave that in my description down below as well. I'll put it in this video. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, hit that post bell. Hit that post notification bell. Okay, so you'll get notified when I upload to my channel. Also follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at Kiranana. And yeah, te amo. Stay safe out there. Know your worth. Don't take toxic behavior from nobody. Te amo. And shalom. See you guys next video.